We start on the Nigerian Tribune. On the Nigerian Tribune this morning, shadow government, DSS takes part autonomy to courts. JAMB admits errors, 379,997 candidates to retake UTME. Or the writer, Oloyede, sheds tears, takes responsibility, apologizes. Your government approves 4.5 billion naira for Bodija explosion victims. Wike performing because Tinubu had borrowed him from PDP, Ningi tells Senate. Wike performing because Tinubu borrowed him from the PDP, Ningi tells Senate. Afrima 2025 AU Awards host city rights to Lagos holds November 25th to 30. National Secretary position, Southeast PDP threatens to dump party. If we can find out the details, recommends Ude Okoye staff back Koshobo as acting National Secretary. PDP management staff back Koshodo as acting National Secretary. Monetary policy reps frown at high interest rates. All the details you can find on the Nigerian Tribune. No place for military incursion in Nigeria, says Gowon. Tinubu approves establishment of forest guards, guards to reclaim forests from terrorist and criminal gangs. Interesting move. And now to the Guardian newspaper. On the Guardian this morning, JAMB admits system error, released 379,997 candidates for fresh exam. Afrima 2025 AU Awards host city rights to Lagos. Lutz decries staff shortage, high electricity bills amidst infrastructural gains. TIV leaders accuse Nasarawa government of ethnic cleansing, land seizure under guise of development. Federal government upbeat about reforms amid criticism over proposed London press conference. Boko Haram uses hard-to-detect armed drones in Borno, OPHK reveals. All the details on the Vanguard. Now to the Daily Trust newspaper. The Daily Trust this morning, PDP crisis, NWC meets today as Southeast caucus threatens exit. Nigeria's insecurity worrisome, says British High Commissioner. DSS seeks court order to ban Utomi's shadow government. 2025 UTME. Candidates seek total cancellation as JAMB admits errors. With the writer, Why We Failed, Oloyede speaks. One header, over 100 cows killed in fresh plateau attack. No more coup in Nigeria, says Gowon. Discordant tunes over ban on live political programs in Kano. Find out the details though. I mean, I heard that and I was like, okay, what's going on? That's under NNPP. All through APC's reign, we didn't see that in Kano State. And I'm wondering why a live political programs will be banned in Kano. Like, what for? What exactly is the problem? How Yar'Adua's memo on election triggered rift with Obasanjo, Sule Lamido speaks. On the Daily Times, Nigeria's judiciary will be out of the woods soon, CJN Kekere Okun assures. Tinubu to Senate, please approved 1.783 trillion budgets for FCT. Tinubu to Senate, please approve 1.783 trillion naira budget for FCT. Headsman killed Benue district head in his farm. Amotekun rescues 5 kidnapped victims in Ondo, foils 150 million naira ransom demands. West Africa security and political economy. Maritime Speaker Abbas decries bottlenecks in Nigeria's import-export chain. Details you can find on the Daily Times. And now to This Day newspaper. On this day this morning, federal government, Nigeria attracted over $8 billion in deep water oil and gas FIDs in less than 1 year. Southeast Caucus, we will quit PDP if Ude Okoye is not returned National Secretary. Okay, that's on this day. And now to the Punch newspaper. On the Punch this morning, rising insecurity. Tinubu governors to deploy 130,000 New forest guards nationwide. It's about time. Mass failure. Jam boss whips as human error forces Lagos. Southeast resists. Jam boss whips as human error forces Lagos. Southeast resists. 206,610 candidates affected in Lagos. 173,387 in the Southeast. JAM WAEC meets to avoid timetable clash. NNPCL didn't remit 500 billion naira revenue in 2024, says World Bank. Hold on a second. NNPCL didn't remit 500 billion naira revenue in 2024. World Bank. World Bank. NNPCL. Remittance. Does that add up? Just saying though. PDP crisis worsens as Southeast caucus mulls defection. Afrima 2025 AU Awards host city rights to Lagos. All the details you can find on the Punch. And now we're back to the table. Chris Bodycard joins him. Good to have you, Chris. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, the world. It's a bright new day. The temperature is cool. And it's a rainy day in Enugu.
Temperature is cool.
Thank everybody who has joined us from any part of the world.
It's cool indeed. Rainy day. How rainy is it? Especially with this news about someone crying and asking for forgiveness. For the first time, you're seeing a public official do that in Nigeria and ask for a second chance and saying that there are some errors that were witnessed that led to the failure of some of these students. What's your take on that?
Yes. The JAMB boss whips as human errors forces Lagos and Southeast to receipt for the exams. It's on record that for the first time in Nigeria, the history of Nigeria, probably the much we can recall, so that we be on a very safe side, that a man in a public office like that JAMB, how public JAMB is, I don't even know. But the fact that he served the public makes him a public officer. And he admitted that there was an error and apologized, and he drove his point home with shedding tears on live TV. And, you know, we could as well take his being remorseful and say, okay, take up the second chance, make amends. Let all the people who are involved please bear with Oloyede, the JAMB boss. And then let it not be that whatever is happening to Oloyede and the JAMB as the JAMB boss is happening from within. Let it not be that some people had wanted him to fail. When you go to JAMB, he's just the administrative head. There are people who are in charge of exams and records. There are people who are in charge of the CBT, the technical areas. There are the people who are advising him, and there are different directorates in JAMB. And they all should take responsibility. But you see now, all of them are somewhere cooling off. It's Oloyede that his name is everywhere. And people have even children who are learning how to talk. We now know how to start with Oloyede, the JAMB boss, crying on television. And we're making much fuse over nothing. He is remorseful, whether he cried or shed tears or not. There are sacrifices everybody should put in at this time to save the life of young Nigerian people who want to go to university. Their only error is that they want to go to university. If JAMB has shown that they are overwhelmed, which I have said several times, that the JAMB seem to be overrated, they should have, with the complexity of Nigeria and the population, Nigeria should think about a side-by-side error. If they have Nigerian Labour Congress and have TUC, Trade Union Congress, all representing the labor, if they have NECO and WAEC to take care of the first school living certificate, WAEC, West African School Certificate, what is stopping them from having double or even 3 examination boards that can arrange for exams for Nigerians to go to university? with the number of private universities increasing, even with the federal universities, because more federal universities have added up, it seems there is, you can now see where the errors are. Lagos and Southeast, where you have more number of students who sit for JAMB exams. It's not gainsaying, so it's showing that JAMB should now do what they call self-reflection. My people say, now, if whatever is happening to cocoyam, killing the cocoyam, or what is making it to turn yellow, and what is making it, when you pull it, it will do wing, is from the root. Then JAMB should look at their root and sort themselves out. That's all we say. We say we apologize on their behalf to all the children who are, but they cannot understand it.
Yeah, but again, these things are beginning to change a little bit. Some are saying that there was a grand plan to fail people from the Southeast, while Southeast, and of course,
I do not
Lagos
like
is
the idea.
and
If Lagos is more affected.
Lagos is about Igbos are also dominating in Lagos.
No,
So I'm just saying.
I don't want to. It's not.
That's
not in
one.
every situation we drive tribalism.
Tribalism. Yeah, but secondly,
totally out of it.
secondly, there has also been a case in the past where we had glitches in national importance as this, which is INEC. Up until this moment, INEC has not been able to tell us what exactly is the glitch that made a presidential election manually collected in 2023.
We're only vindicating Oloyede.
So we're saying that
they're not the same. If Oloyede as a professor with such experience and a very staunch Muslim who believes in what he believes, and whatever that has entered his mind to apologize to Nigerians and show that remorse has driven him far, far away between these people you are mentioning. Leave those people. Don't want to spoil my morning. Then leave them away. Let them be on their own. Because whatever, even if they come to do what the lawyer, are you suggesting that the chairman of INEC should come and cry on the television and apologize?
Not necessarily. I'm just saying. I mean,
so, but
if tomorrow
he has done has kept all Nigerians crying.
Well,
you did something that kept 240 million Nigerians crying. What else cry do you need? We don't need a single man's cry. This one, the Oloyede's case, is a minor. And he selected, droplets of Lagos and South, meaning that error is not universal. And these are where you have large number of centers and students registered for JAMB. So whatever has happened there, that's why I say it might be an internal sabotage. That let's give it to him. But let what happened in the recent past not happen again.
That's what I'm saying. Tomorrow something else can happen on a national scale. We say let's just let it slide. Somebody has to pay for it. It's a glitch. It's a national disgrace.
JAMB will pay.
Not JAMB. I mean, he is a leader. If he's taking responsibility,
JAMB should pay.
If he's taking responsibility, he should have also just, left that seat.
JAMB should pay.
He should have resigned.
What will be asking JAMB to say for now? Some people in JAMB are the people responsible for this. So what he should do, well, maybe what you're asking for, I will not be part of the people who will ask for Oloyede to resign. If Oloyede resign, the people that did this are still in JAMB.
So why is he taking responsibility?
He should first. That's the sign of leadership. He should stand and take responsibility. And then go back and purge JAMB of this error. That's all he can do. And only when he does that, that is where his remorsefulness will be complete. But if people will say, he might be among those who have caused this error for him to go. That some people might have wanted this man to go. And they put this error so that Christ will come and then they push him and they will sit back. It's now that him has ricocheted that him should look deep and weave off, filter them, so that Agonionul Yedinal, the snake, and what is swallowed will lie down there. As long as the thing will, until the thing fructify in the stomach. So the people that did this in JAMB should not go free. That it should not single out Oloyede. JAMB is a big organization. They should purge themselves of anybody who is linked with this. Because if you ask me, I am not advisor to JAMB. This is my opinion. Whatever is happening to JAMB is from within. JAMB Naka is within there. So when they look at start opening their hands and say, hey, I follow, I no follow. So I follow, sit here. I follow, show them the way out. So that it will put jam, otherwise it will repeat itself. That's the only way to avoid. Because if hard hammer did not come on people who did this, everybody will do it, sabotage the leader, and they wait for him to go and cry on television, and they will hide and do it again. There must be a very drastic, complex, what you call the investigation, and sieve out everybody who has a hand in this.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, they're only proving me wrong, because when we have double jam or AMBO, it's no more jam, matriculation board, they will lose staff. Whichever way you have it. If you have another organization, maybe you 6 regional centers, they start organizing as Nigeria is 6 geopolitical zones. You have those university admission exam centers in regions. They will lose their staff, and they will lose this autonomy they've commanded over time. And that is even part of it, so that this thing cannot happen again. So they will go with the error and not affect us again. Because somebody will sit down there and look at, so I'm saying this, that's my opinion anyway.
Right.
That's my opinion. Southeast Caucus will quit PDP if Udo Okoye is not returned.
That meeting was held in Enugu yesterday.
Fine. Beautiful. It's still a restless run of the locust. Did you read that book? What it means is, I don't know what to describe PDP. Well, if Southeast quit, it means they are sounding like what they call them is a PDP. Look at them, they are going to destabilize. So it begins like this. So everybody who wants to quit PDP has excuse. What they are fighting for is not the soul of PDP. They are fighting for self-interest. If you are, because of a national secretary, destroy a party with such history that in Nigeria, that when they boasted, they will rule Nigeria for 60 years, and a biggest umbrella in Africa, a political party in Africa. This is where they got to. When they finish this one, give Southeast National, then the Southwest will say, if we don't get the provost, we will pull out. That's how they pull out. In fact, how many colors you have on the conventional umbrella? The colors have all, everybody's pulling. So what color is that is going to pull out with? Maybe the red. And then Southwest pull out with the green and all. So what is left with the skeleton, the carcass of the umbrella? Good luck to PDP. No matter how they make their mouth, they rely on it. They are playing the script. This script of one-party system. Let them stop. I don't know why the newspapers are using these things to waste our time. They have perfected the plan for everybody to move. But I'm only saying, the people that are welcoming them should be suspect of all these things they're bringing in. Because along the line, you know what happened to Jonah on his way to Nineveh? Will they have time to do, do what they call how do they do Tumbonto, but Tulogris, to know who is, are they saying they open all the door of APC for everybody, come from every side? It happened in my state one time. I said Anambra is a home for all. When what started happening in Anambra State, one governor came and said, no, this home for all, it means home for mad people, for stupid idiots, for criminals, for everything. He said, no, we have to take the light of the world. So with the APC now, home for all Nigerian politicians, they stand more chance, because there are some people will come with torn umbrella, some people will come with a hungry man and wife, some people will come with a cockerel that is almost dying, and they will have reason. So before they start sorting those out, it might eat into their plants. So it might also be, it was from a politician that I had, you know what I mean? If a cockerel did not eat, he would use his leg to scatter. So those ones who find out that they cannot, they now might jump into one place to scatter. So let these people be suspect of all this, because come to my house, something follow up. Not be. So all these ones, I don't know. I'm not a politician. Good luck to politicians. Let you guys can defect and move in anywhere you want. If you want, in fact, let's have zero party. Let everybody put poster on the wall and contest. But this party system is also getting to the point of overrating. Because if Nigeria ever gets to the point of one party system, then we have destroyed democracy totally. We have to start all over. That is the warning I'm putting through. And every good thinking Nigerian might look at that one. It's easy now. They want to make winning. They are hauling up everybody. But what happens when that ship cannot carry the weight? What happened to the ship? We cannot carry the weight. I saw the boss that Guardian described and wrote a piece, and people, politicians with fast stomach are joining. What happened to that boss if he's overloaded? That's it.
Right.
Good luck.
Interesting.
Nigerian judiciary will be out of the woods soon. It's another clear admission by a public officer that Charles, you didn't see it. Good luck to her lordship, Kekerekun. He assures that Nigerian judiciary has been in the woods and we didn't see it. And he's guaranteeing us that very soon Nigerian judiciary will come out of the woods. Her lordship. We are waiting for the judiciary to come out of the woods because it's good also that you have admitted. It is another good news until now that we heard that we are in the woods. We are waiting for you to announce when we finally out of the woods. Otherwise, Nigerian judiciary, good luck being in the woods. Take Nigerian judiciary, the Honorable Justice Temple, to the woods, run around the woods, but beware of terrorists and bandits. Because they have their camps in the woods. If people do not know what woods mean, it means in the forest and desert, wild. So if Kekereku, her lordship, the Attorney General in the CGN, the Chief Justice of Federal Republic of Nigeria, had assured us that we'll come out of the woods soon. Who am I to say we won't come out of the woods? The only thing is, how long will it take us since we have been in the woods all this while? Meaning that all the justice that they've delivered, they delivered from the woods. This is interesting. So we go back and pick all those justices they have delivered over time, start cleaning them of all the colors of woods that they are bearing. Who did this to Nigeria? Right. God bless Nigeria.
Save Nature TV. News in your pocket.